So we are going to go up onto these switchbacks. We've got about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 switchbacks up into the town here. This is always good fun because it always gives us a good stare. People, they love it. You see us coming up, we're going through these switchbacks. Hopefully this should be all okay because we've got OMS on and we've got all our...
I'll go to left to somewhere tonight where that car's going up. I can't get on the road.
So, as you can see in front of you, there is a no entry. This is going to be deep joy, watch that side. So she says we are allowed up here, that's OMS. I just wonder where Google would send us. Coming up to our first tight switchback. There we go. Yeah, we don't like these ones. And the reason we don't like them is because people come packing down the opposite way on our side of the road. Nothing to do with our driving. So this road's taken us to a city called Madika, which is a Baroque style city. Try and look up the road if we can. It's all clear. There we are. So we've got one last switchback to do. And then hopefully it should be a straight run to the city. Great views down there.
Church.
Old church. Such fantastic views of that city. Look how tight that city is.
We are just putting some injector cleaner into the tank. We're filling up now. We do it periodically to keep the injectors clean and the fuel system clean because we've had problems in the past with dirty fuel filter injectors lacking performance. So every 4 tankfuls we put injector cleaner through, especially because the fuel in some places we go to is not always as good as what you would get back in the UK. So hence we do this.
Okay, so these are the machines that we use for self-service, and we have to do this before we put any fuel in.
What pump are we? Number 2, is it?
Number 2. I'll just not show you our pin number, obviously, that would be silly. So while Mark's tapping in the pin number, what we do is we come to the self-service one, which is here. It says south on there, so that means you serve yourself, and that works out cheaper than if you have somebody come out. So it's 186.9. Yeah, so that's a lot more than what we have been paying since we arrived in Italy. If you get somebody to serve you, it's €2 11 cents. 12 cents. So that is the difference. So our advice is, if you want to serve yourself, then serve yourself, because you're going to be paying a bit cheaper for the fuel. We can't serve ourselves with the GPL, LPG, GPL. You're just not allowed to. So that's what we've done. So it normally takes out of our account €100, and then whatever the fuel costs, then obviously the remainder goes back into the account. But we always double check it anyway. So that's cost us €61.55, and that was half a tank. Madika the Gooser. Oh, you just wonder how they stay up.
Madika in southeast Sicily is a UNESCO World Heritage Site due to its Baroque architecture. Like many cities in this area, it was rebuilt after a devastating earthquake back in 1693. The city was founded in 1360 BC.
There you go. And a few steps up.
We've only gone about 10 steps and we're already knackered.
You are?
I am, yeah. My legs weren't designed for steps so big. Could almost do with some rock climbing gear.
Some more.
Some more steps, get the crampons back on. Madika consists of two areas, the upper and the lower Madika. The upper part is perched on a rocky hilltop. We love climbing and thought the old part sounded fun.
Just more on the other side of really tight, narrow streets. It's twisting and turning through the hickledy-pickledy city of Madika. So this is where we are, Madika.
St George's Cathedral was rebuilt in a Baroque style in 1693, but has its roots in the Middle Ages. 300 steps lead up to it from where we parked below. Inside the church, just what you expect to see. It's an old fire brigade ladder.
Oh, the Brockle bus. The Brockle bus. We have climbed so high. I'm still climbing through this hickledy-pickledy city. All these little lanes. Now, if you look right down there, you can see that swimming pool. Those tall palm trees. Just past that is the roof of Daffy. There she is. We've climbed all the way up through these hickledy-pickledy towns. It's interesting walking through these towns. I could never live anywhere like this. So we made up these stairs, 142, just a snip of stairs really. And we're just going up to see these tiles. It's about 10:30 and it is boiling. Oxygen, art gallery. That's what I need, some oxygen. So this city is Caltorian and it is famous for its ceramics worldwide. So we've just bought a couple of tiles. So on the balconies here are each end they've got cones, ceramic cones on the top and the bottom balcony here. And then if you just see over in the distance, they've got large cones on their roof and also going down their balconies, either side of their balconies. So a lot of people have got these on their balconies. We're actually going to buy one ourselves, or might buy two because they all seem to have two, and you put it near your windows. They are presented to people when they move into their new property for good luck, prosperity, and to welcome people in. These wonderful ceramic tables, outdoor tables, or for the conservatory. They're nice, isn't it? I quite like that.
Pure tedesco.
Just English, pure English.
Polonia, o russi, ucraini, ci sono tutto il mondo. TikTok.
Oh, TikTok. Here.
Questo è Luigi Sturzo, era un
Luigi,
nelle campagne.
really old, really old. Antique.
Tu c'hai campagna, scavi, è capace che trovi qualche cosa.
So we're actually walking around the Bourbon prison. It's now a museum. We have our own personal guide. We can't speak any English and we can't speak any Italian. So this is absolutely hilarious. So this is the courtroom. Up there is where they would hang you. Oh,
dove lavori? Carcere
so lots of people have been hung in here. Honestly, I've never stood anywhere where people have been hung in the past. Apparently that is the courtroom and the judge. Mark has just taken a photograph of the picture of the judge, finding him guilty, and then they just hung straight away. Nice.
Questa è zona brutta.
Who needs languages when you've got signs, you have everything? So all this in this cabinet was found in this area here. The funny thing is, I can't understand the word he's saying, but I'm getting the gist of it.
Questa mappa sono trovate al cartellino.
Oh, the prison. Well, I'm just filming outside while I'm inside in the prison, which obviously is now as a museum. There's your higgledy-piggledy down. Doors. Prison. Really old doors. Locking them in. With nails.
Porte,
No.
queste sono porte del carcere,
Is that
antiche.
antique?
Da questa parte.
ideas.
Mazze cerimoniali sono quello.
No ideas, yeah.
Quando esce il sale.
I think Mark got all of that.
I've got absolutely none of it.
Oh dear, I'm fluent Italian now.
What amazes me is how much that was understood there. Not by myself, mind, but confused now.
Oh, how funny. It was just ridiculous. It just got funnier and funnier. You wouldn't want to be thrown against these doors, would you? Those beautiful hills, mountains. We were just saying, wouldn't it be lovely to have a view like this out your window? I think our idea place so far would be having a view like this, but just the other side of the hills would be the sea. So we've got the country, the hills and the sea. So this is where we stayed last night. It's not the prettiest of sisters again. It got quiet around probably 11:30, something like that. And then really busy again about 6:45, something like that. So there was quite a few motorhomes here with us. So we got five, six, seven, including us. We're moving on now to an area called Enna, E-N-N-A, which is more up into the mountains, more inland. Apparently there's some panoramic views up there and archaeological sites, which we're going to go and have a look.
Italy holds over 5,000 ghost towns and many times that individual properties with unhinged doors, collapsing roofs and skeleton-like stone ruins. They're both plentiful and chilling. The Italians call them sleeping beauties. From the north to the south, every type of building can be seen, from houses to abbeys, temples and castles, some housing the odd ghost or two.
We are really high and not much between us and a massive drop down there. So we are pleased that we are driving in the daytime, not in the evening, in the dark. Though the road's not busy, but sometimes you find when the road's not busy, but there is vehicles on it, they do tend to drive like maniacs. Hoping this is the one way, because we're as wide as this road. If you've enjoyed watching our travels, then join us on our journey around Sicily. Click on that like button, subscribe to us, it's free to do so, and come along on our adventures around Sicily. This is the most highest point in Sicily.
We are 971 meters.
And this is Rocco di Siria. Now it's time to go back down
The active volcano over there.
and find where Daffy is. No, it's not. I'm stupid.
Good morning. We're about a kilometre high in the sky, in the cloud. It's really foggy.
It's ridiculous. Look at this, look. So, the most central point in Sicily is right there in front, somewhere amongst the fog, which we were going to go up and look and have a look at the beautiful view. But you can't see it, it's ridiculous. Anyway, this is where we slept last night, in the car park. Well, we moved it from up there. We were up there by the wall. Look at this. Oh, I couldn't live somewhere like this when it's just foggy all the time. So, yeah, so here we are, the car park. You know, when I used to work, it never entered my mind that years to come I'd be sleeping in car parks. But hey, it's done us tonight and it's free, so I'm not moaning. So they've done all this crocheting and knitting, put it all together and then just put it round the barks or the trunks of the trees in that. And apparently, well, it's all here, all of, as you can see, although it's quite pretty actually, it's all around these trees. And apparently it is yarn
Bombing.
yarn bombing, but it's apparently like a form of graffiti
Yeah, the VTR.
art, but it looks quite pretty actually. So lots more of this crochet around the trees. Mark reckons I should get the wool out and start crocheting. I actually can't crochet. Well, this is the first time I've ever seen this. It's like a vending machine. So help yourself to some medicines, plasters, creams.
I'm just going to get myself some nappies. This obelisk marks the centre of Sicily. It's where we stayed last night. We're just down there. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to walk all around Sicily in about 10 seconds. So right round the outside of Sicily. Yeah, we had a great view down here yesterday, but not so good today. But we are about 1 kilometre up, and it is windy and we're right in the cloud.
So we're just leaving the park up last night in Enna, and just doing the services. So it's not a pretty service, but it does the job. So we filled up with water. We are not going to take this water. Don't have to explain why. So we're just emptying the grey and the black rice there. Sometimes with these services you can't always get completely on, so you have to be sort of half off and half on, as long as it's going in where it should be going. So we found in Italy that your grey and black rice go down the same drain. So if you're ever out touring around Italy and you're looking for the black waste drain, it will be with the grey, in with the grey. We're off down to go and see the Valley of Temples now, so looking forward to that, and then heading off to the beach. Maybe stay there for a couple of nights, get some sun rays, and then move on, heading round to the west of Sicily.